Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me. I have a daughter, 24-year-old daughter, and I try every day to tell her, you got to be strong, you're a female, but most of all, help other girls.
Yeah.
I mean, she worked with children, autistic children. She doesn't have to, but she does. A lot of girls, it seems. And this is absolutely wonderful for me to sit here, and I want to thank you for calling me, and I'm so glad I canceled my appointment to be here today.
I'm glad you did too.
And I've always been the kind of female, I've always reached out to women, because I think we need it the most. We need to be strong, much stronger than a man, much stronger. And to me, you're wonderful.
Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. I really do think, I hear everywhere I go about the women who turn their backs at other women. I don't know that I've ever seen it. I mean, I have such a great group of women friends, although I think of a couple, but
who shall go nameless?
Yes.
Think about it.
Yeah, but I would tap them on the shoulder and call them on it, though. I really would. I think I try to do something every day. I mean, it doesn't happen, but I try to do something every day for a woman or a girl that I meet, whether it's just a little bit of kindness. It just makes me feel better, and I do think that what goes around comes around, and I think the day you help somebody, even in the grocery store, you'll get it back again. And I really like to think that I do something every day that makes a difference to somebody.
Have you had an opportunity to testify before any congressional committees on the whole subject of women in Iraq?
No, but boy, if I did, I'd have a lot to say. I used to say in Iraq as a joke, you know what? 10 years from now, I'll see you before Congress when we talk about where this money went. It's depressing to me. It really is depressing. It hurts me so much because for the money that we spent, we could have bought everybody a generator. There just seems to be something wrong with the thinking. We're going to build the best, the state-of-the-art this and that, and by the time they got around to building anything, the insurgency had gotten so big that they couldn't. So, I don't know. I just think this planning was so stupid. It makes me so angry every time I think about the money. I mean, $1 trillion could have done a lot. And yet, here we are, we just opened in Iraq on the banks of the Tigris River where I used to fish every Friday morning, the largest U.S. embassy in the whole world on the banks of the Tigris River.
Which implies a permanent stay.
Right. No kidding. And that wouldn't bother me either. I mean, if Iraq is strategic, and I think in the Middle East, I really do, I'm no expert, believe me. But I do think that Iraq has some strategic benefits for us in the Middle East. And when you think, and I believe this to be true now, that this is such a global world. I mean, Orange County, LA, we are all part of this huge global economy, and it was so evident when the banks started crashing, that all the other world markets crashed. We are part of this huge global economy now. And what happens here or anywhere else makes a big impact. And Iraq could be a big strategic player for us in that part of the country. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, because I don't know how to think that way. But Iraq is a very. I mean, when you think that they are the cradle of civilization, I mean, to think that we're sending our engineers to Iraq to build the state-of-the-art anything makes me laugh, because they did it long before we ever thought it could be done. So I don't know. I mean, I just think our thinking is that we are so arrogant. The United States, our people are so arrogant. We are just arrogant as hell. And I see it so much more now than I've ever seen it before. It is in my face, and I saw it with my own government in Iraq, and used to make me